What up? What up? How's everybody's doing? Hopefully everybody's day's good. A couple things I seen today is one of them has to do with I don't think it's true, but supposedly Biden told the DOJ or told schools or something like that to report parents that have issues. I don't know what kind of issues they would be talking about, but that to report to the DOJ or the FBI parents that have an issue with curriculum or just go into the school the way it seems that they're putting it across. And I can't really trust news stories, even like fucking, what are they called, like Newsmax and fucking those other channels, because they exaggerate shit and it's no better than anybody else if you're exaggerating shit. But if it is true that they're saying to report parents that have issues, ooh, that's some crazy shit. Because just like going off of my lifetimes, I went to my kid's school. It got heated at sometimes, but we talked about it. You know what I mean? Talked about it and got it worked out. Nothing happened. There was some tempers and there was some crazy shit, but that was because people were fucking with not just my kids sometimes, but other kids at the school. You know? So, of course, it's a parent's job to defend their kids, and it's a parent's job to raise the kids. And yeah, schools have a lot to do with raising kids. But there's kind of one thing that might not be a good idea to pull that in this generation, is that Generation X had babies when they were babies. So you have a lot of parents that are done raising their kids are out of school, but there's a level of loyalty at a decently young age, to where we don't have to have students in school to go talk some shit. And if it got weird like that, where if a relative of mine had kids that I care about, even just in general, kids, they don't even have to be related to me. I care about all kids. Doesn't matter who they are. If there's some fucked up shit going on at schools and I hear it from a relative, but a relative feels scared to talk on it or go to the school and bring it up because they're afraid to be reported to the FBI, I'm fucking for sure going to that school and I'm gonna talk shit. I'll sit outside the school, talk shit. I wouldn't go over there with any violent tendencies, nothing like that, but you gotta keep that line of communication open, or else you're gonna piss off people. And there's a lot of people out there that their kids are grown, they're out of school, so they would kind of put their time on the line, you know, to make sure the younger generation has, you know, somebody fighting for them instead of just being taken over and manipulated and conditioned and all that bullshit. So I don't know if it's true that they really said that, or what it means, or what they were talking about turning in parents or some shit. Not sure. But if it's like they made it sound, where if just parents go in there and they're bitching about what's being done with kids in schools, you're gonna end up getting people that don't have kids at that school going in there to raise hell for those kids and make sure those kids are taken care of. You know? So I don't know. That's just my thought on that. And then another thing I noticed, there was a school shooting today or yesterday, I don't remember. It was in Texas. Some kids shot, like 3 or 4 kids. And I was looking at the comments, and people are literally leaving comments like, oh, I'm surprised they showed that kid's face so quick. Oh, look at those gold teeth. Keep them locked up for life and all this shit. Like, happy that it's a black kid and it's not a white kid that shot up a school. And then I chased some of those channels. Like, I looked into those people leaving comments like that took some sort of like happiness or cheer in the fact that there was a school shooting because there was a black kid that did it. Every once in a while, like, there's people out there that just wait until they realize for a fact, undoubtedly, that people around them are fucked up, to make the decision to just end that relationship. And for me, these are kind of the times, because I'm so like kind of drastic. Like, sometimes I'll get accused of thinking I'm perfect when I never, like, I'll be the first to admit in any group that fuck, I'm super far from perfect, but there's certain things that like, there's just certain things that just are not cool, and we cannot stand by and just let certain shit happen, or else we're condoning that, which makes us fucked up. So comments like that, I chased a couple channels, and these are supposed like people that call themselves patriots or Christians, making comments that are kind of foul about that school shooting. In my personal life, I won't even say nothing about it. If somebody else brings it up and they're talking that shit, that's the end of my relationship with that fucking person. I don't give a fuck who it is, how long I've known them, how cool they are. If they're cool in fucking 99 ways and they talk some shit like that, ooh man, thank God it was a black kid. What the fuck is wrong with people? That shit is just weird to me. Like, how in the fuck can you find any like cheer, happiness, or relief in any type of school shooting? People need to get their heads checked out, because if anybody for 1 minute thinks that it's okay to accept some evils or some fucked up shit, we don't know why that kid shot those other kids. We don't know none of that shit. You know what I mean? It's fucked up. That's the bottom line. It's fucked up that kids have to worry about shootings at schools. Some places they feel safer with their kids in school, even though the school shootings go on, because outside that shit could happen. And if you're outside in the population, or you're at your house or something, it's a little bit, in some situations, unsafer, because you're the target. If there's a shooting near you, you're the target most likely, or somebody at your location is a target. At a school, there's more people, but I haven't really, it's a very fucking sad thing. That's the bottom line. When there's a school shooting, it doesn't matter if it's a white kid, a fucking black kid, none of that shit matters. And for people out there thinking that they're a Christian or a fucking patriot or a decent person, finding relief in the fact that it was a black kid this time, that's some fucked up shit. Those are babies out there. That's the future. You know what I mean? People need to get their fucking heads checked and realize it's just simply fucked up. If there's a school shooting, that's fucked up. Doesn't matter what race somebody is. There's no relief in the fact that there was a shooting at a school. Get your fucking heads checked out. And if you felt that sense of relief when you seen it was a black kid instead of a white kid, fuck you too. That's some fucking awful way of thinking, and you're part of the fucking problem. That shit makes no fucking sense. Alright? I just had to say something on that shit, because those comments, and then some of the channels I followed, some of them were literally like Christian fucking channels, and I was like, what the fuck? But that shit is just weird. It's weird to me. It's crazy. But I know it was a sour note. I just had to say something, because if anybody for even a second felt a little relief because it wasn't a white kid that shot that school in Texas, you need to get your fucking head checked out. You need to get your head checked out. And if you're still happy and you're like, and you're talking shit, then you're really fucking sick. really sick. But anyways, have a good day. Be positive. Do positive shit. And don't think fucking sick shit. Yeah, shit. That's fucking crazy. Don't get caught up in the madness and fucking making excuses just because somebody else treats other people like shit, or you might feel like you're being treated like shit because of a classification of person you are. That don't mean you do the same thing. Then you just validated their points. If you really think shit like that, then you are a fucking piece of shit. Something's wrong with you. Anyways, have a good day. Think fucking positive. Do positive shit every day, all day. Be patient and don't give in to that fucking evil ass way of thinking. Don't do it. Go to church. Read the Bible. Read the Bible. Read the Bible. If you even for a second felt relief. Right? Alright. Have a good day. Be good. Peace out.